reversible and irreversible processes. So already we know that what is the definition of reversible and irreversible processes. So in what is the definition of reversible processes? A reversible process is one which can be reversal in such a way. A reversible process is one which can be reversed in such a way that all changes occurring in the direct process, all changes will occurring in direct process are exactly repeated in the opposite order, are exactly repeated in the opposite order and inverse sense, and no changes are left in any of the bodies taking part in the process or in the surroundings. So this is the definition of the reversible process. For example of reversible process are, there must be complete absence of dissipative force such as function, viscosity, electric resistance. Next, the direct and reverse process must take place infinitely slowly. Next, irreversible process. So what is the definition of irreversible process? Means any process which is not reversible exactly is an irreversible process. Which is not reversible, then we can say that that is irreversible process. Next, so very important question in this lesson now. Carnot's reversible engine. This is long question important. Carnot's reversible Carnot's reversible engine. So Carnot reversible engine. A heat engine is a device to convert heat into work. A heat engine. A heat engine is a device. Is a device to convert heat into work. So this is long question important more for 15 marks. So a heat engine is a device to convert heat into work. So this engine cannot be realized in actual practice. However, this can be taken as a standard against which is the performance of actual engine can be judged. So the engine have four parts. The engine have four parts. So first one is working substance. So this is the working substance. Working substance and working substance. So this is the piston P, and this is the cylinder. This is the cylinder. So this is the working substance, first part. Second part, source. Source at T1 degree Kelvin. And third one, insulating stand. Insulating stand. And fourth one, sink. T2 Kelvin. So this Carnot's reversible engine have four parts. First one is working substance, second one is source, third one is insulating stand, and fourth one is sink. So what is the working substance? So here the working substance is an ideal gas. The working substance is an ideal gas enclosed in a cylinder piston arrangement. Okay, here a cylinder with perfectly non-conducting walls. A cylinder have non-conducting walls and perfectly conducting base. Perfectly conducting base fitted with frictionless non-conducting piston. So these walls are non-conducting and this is conducting base. Okay, walls are non-conducting and base is conducting, and ideal gas is working substance. Next, source. So, source of heat. A hot body of high thermal capacity maintained at high temperature T1 Kelvin serves as a source. The high thermal capacity of source is necessary so that on taking heat from it, no change of temperature occurs. So if working substance will take some source, some temperature from source, then no change in this temperature because this is very high thermal temperature. Third one, insulating stand. So to make whole system perfectly, a non-conducting stand is put on the base of the cylinder. So this is the insulating stand. This is perfectly made with non-conducting stand. Next, the sink. So what is the sink? A cold body maintained at lower temperature. This is very low temperature. T2 Kelvin serves as a sink. Usually this is surrounding atmosphere. So this source is very high temperature and sink is always at low temperature. In Carnot's reversible engine, we have four parts: working substance, source, insulating sink. So in working substance, we have one cylinder with piston and we have to take ideal gas as a working substance. Source always at high thermal temperature and insulating stand with non-conducting walls, non-conducting sink. So sink is very low temperature. Next, so in Carnot's reversible engine, we have Carnot cycle. So Carnot cycle means in that we have four curves. Then we can call it as Carnot's cycle. Carnot's cycle. So here, what is the Carnot cycle means? Here we get total four curves. So already we know that what is the indicator diagram, PV diagram. Also P on y-axis and V on x-axis. So A to B and B to C and C to D and D to E. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. So already we know that what is the isothermal, what is the adiabatic process. So here this is the isothermal expansion and this is adiabatic expansion and this is isothermal compression and this is adiabatic compression. So here pressure values P1 V1, here P2 V2 and here P3 V3 and here P4 V4. So here T1 degree Kelvin and here T2 degree. Here A dash, D dash, B dash, C dash. So here from A to B, what is the A to B? Isothermal expansion. Isothermal expansion. So in isothermal expansion, consider that 1 gram mole of a gas is contained in the cylinder. So here we have to consider 1 gram mole of ideal gas as a working substance. That gas will fill in cylinder. Next, let consider initial state of the gas is denoted by letter A. At point A, pressure and volumes are P1, V1. The cylinder is placed on the source. So here we have to put cylinder on the source. Source is always at T1 degree Kelvin temperature. Source is always at T1 degree Kelvin temperature. Then when we piston will move upward direction, then isothermal expansion will take place. Isothermal expansion will take place where source always have T1 degree Kelvin. Then here pressure and values will convert to P2 V2 P2 V2. Then reached final state B. At that point pressure and values are P2 V2. So this is isothermal expansion. Already we know that what is the work done in isothermal process? RT log V2 by V1 base C in isothermal process. So here temperature is T1. Temperature is T1. So this value equal to here quantity of heat observed from the source. Here when we cylinder is placed on source, so that source will working substance will ideal gas will observe temperature from source. That one here observed energy Q1. We can write this is work done or observed heat energy Q1. So what is the Q1? Q1 equal to RT1 log V1 by V2 or V2 by V1 base E. Next, second one, B2C. So what is the B2C? This is adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic expansion. So in first isothermal expansion, working cylinder will place it on source. So in adiabatic expansion, we have to remove cylinder from source and place it on insulating stand. So the piston is allowed to move further adiabatically till the temperature of the gas is same as that of the sink temperature. Hence, the gas does external work at the expense of internal energy. The expansion is shown by the curve B to C. So in the final state, the pressure and volume of gas are P3, V3. Then here work done, this is W1 and here work done W2 equal to, already we know that in adiabatic process, what is the work done? Capital R by gamma minus 1 into T2 minus T1. Capital R by gamma minus 1 into T2 minus T1. Next, C2D. What is the C2D? This is the isothermal compression. So here cylinder will remove from insulating stand and place it on sink. Then the gas is compressed very slowly till the gas will reach the state D, where pressure and volumes are P4, V4. Here the heat compression is so developed process to sink. The operation shown by the curve is CD. So here Q2 value equal to rejected heat amount, Q2 equal to RT2 log of V3 by V4 base E. So this is W3. Next, D2A curve. What is the D2A curve? Adiabatic compression. So here again we have to remove cylinder from sink and place it on insulating stand. Then we get adiabatic compression. Next here state converted to D2A. So pressure and volumes will convert to P4, V4 to P1 and V1. So in this process we get so same value. Capital R by gamma minus 1 into T1 minus T2. So these four values work done values in all possible curves A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. So here we are getting two adiabatic processes, two isothermal processes. Two adiabatic and two isothermal processes. Next, here we have to calculate total work done. W equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4. Total work done, W equal to A to B, from A to B curve work done and B to C curve work done and C to D curve work done and D to A curve work done. So here we have to find the efficiency of the engine. Efficiency of the engine. Efficiency represented with letter neta. So here we have to calculate neta value.